provisional waiver is a waiver to waive the 10-year bar if you leave the United States to obtain an immigrant visa in another country. In 1996, Congress changed the law that said that if you are applying for a green card in another country and you lived in the United States illegally for more than 1 year, you have a 10-year bar to re-enter. It prevented most people who overstayed on their visas, who were entered without inspection, from returning home to pick up their green cards because nobody wanted to stay home for 10 years before they were able to come back with their green card. The provisional waiver gives a waiver to that law prior to you leaving the United States. So as long as you get that provisional waiver, you can go back to your home country and, if otherwise eligible, obtain your green card and then return to the United States within a matter of weeks.
I'm under the DACA, and I married a U.S. citizen, and I currently have a newborn son.
Great.
Previously, I have a daughter also. She's 9.
Great.
I have my visa waiting in Guyana, but I just need the appointment from the NVC.
You have a provisional waiver?
I don't know if yes, but I don't know if I need the waiver.
Oh, but you have a provisional waiver or you have not done it yet?
I haven't done the waiver yet.
Okay. How old are you?
I am 29.
When were you issued the DACA? At what age?
I was around 20.
You need the waiver. If you leave without a provisional waiver, you're going to get stuck for 10 years back in Guyana, which you don't want to do.
Okay.
All right, so you must do the waiver. And the reason why you must do the waiver, if you were out of status for more than 1 year after your 18th birthday, that's a 10-year bar. So you were out of status up until you were 20. So between 18 and 20, that's 2 years out of status. When you go home, they're going to say you were out of status for more than a year beyond your 18th birthday, and that's when the waiver you're going to need. So you have to do the provisional waiver.
2019, I came to the United States. I've received my green card and stuff, but one of my daughter, she's over 21 now. She's 22. But my other son, which is 10 years old, and my daughter is under 21, I put in a petition for the I-130 for them. But I'm not able to do nothing for my big daughter. Is there anything you see?
File an I-130 for her as well. Even though she overstayed, it'll take about 5-6 years, assuming she's unmarried, and then she'll have to do a provisional waiver, go home, and come back. Better than nothing.
If I get my citizenship, can I still file for her?
Yes, but it's still faster to do it now. If you do it now and it takes 5 to 6 years, or you wait 5 to 6 years to become a citizen and then do it, and then wait another 5 to 6 years, it goes to say that now it's faster. But she has to do a provisional waiver first. It's very safe as long as you do the provisional waiver, go home and come back.
My mom wants to file for me. I'm 52 years old, but she tried doing it for me 6 years ago. We were told I would need to leave the U.S. and be banned. Should we try again?
You should speak to a lawyer and figure out why you need to leave the U.S. Maybe you need a provisional waiver. It sounds like that's what you need. Based on reading between the lines, sounds like you need a provisional waiver.
I'm a U.S. citizen, right? And my girlfriend, she entered the United States illegally, but she has TPS right now. What are my options?
You're a U.S. citizen. Your girlfriend entered illegally and she has TPS.
Yes. I plan on marrying her. How can I adjust her status after we get married?
You can't adjust her status unless you're in the military or former military. People who had TPS who traveled on advanced parole before April 2020 are eligible to adjust. Did she ever have advanced parole?
No. She's from Haiti. She recently died under this TPS.
All right, so you would have to file an I-130 visa petition for her. She would have to do a provisional waiver to waive her unlawful presence after the I-130 is approved, which would be the reason why she would get stuck if she had to leave the country. Get the provisional waiver approved, process her to go back to Port-au-Prince. She'll go back to Haiti for a week or two, process for her green card, and return to the United States with her green card. That would be the process.
My spouse came here on a visiting visa in 2019. I'm here now since 2019, August, a green card holder. My sister did sponsored for me. Can I marry to him and file for him?
Yes, you can. You'll end up doing a provisional waiver, and he'll go home and come back. He's out of status now, or he's in status at the moment?
He's here since 2019.
Okay, yes, you can marry him. He's out of status probably. File a visa petition for him. So you're going to file an I-130 visa petition for him. When it's approved, you're going to do a provisional waiver for him. He's going to go home and come back, and he's going to get his green card.
Can a provisional waiver case with a parental sponsorship have a U.S. interview?
No. You're having a provisional waiver because you want to go home, pick up your green card, and come back.
My mom petitioned for me in my country, but I overstayed over here. I came over here on a visitor visa.
And I also got my NVC letter, so I don't know what next to do.
All right, where are you from?
Guyana.
Guyana. You're single.
Yes.
Okay.
I have 2 kids.
How long ago did your mom get her green card?
Since 2015.
Okay, who sponsored her?
My mom, she got it herself. She married and she got her.
Got it. All right. You've never filed for anything for your green card before, right?
No, she just petitioned for me in my country, and I
Okay.
just came over for a holiday.
Your children were born here, or they need green cards too?
No, they did not born here. They're born in my country.
How old are they now?
One is 15 and one is 6.
Okay, and they're living here with you now.
Yes.
You're going to need a provisional waiver. You're going to go back to Guyana with that provisional waiver, and you're going to return. Now, before you freak out and say, I'm not going back to Guyana, hear me out, okay? You have, in essence, 2 choices at this point. If you're at the National Visa Center, your mom filed for you in 2015, sounds like you're pretty close to being eligible for a green card. Now, the law says because you started your case after April 2001, you're not grandfathered in the U.S., so you can't get your green card here through your mom's sponsorship. You have to go back to your country of birth, which is Georgetown, Guyana. If you go back to your country of birth and you overstayed on your visa, of course you will get stuck. You have a 10-year bar. You and your children will be back home, not be able to come back. And it's obviously something you don't want to do. What we do and what many people do is what's called a provisional waiver. The provisional waiver is done here in the United States. It's based on extreme and unusual hardship to your mother. Your children don't need it because they are under 18. You're the only one who needs it. And you get that waiver approved. And what that waiver waives is your unlawful status in the United States. The fact that you came here on a visa and you never left. It waives that. That is the reason why people get stuck when they go back home. So if you have that piece of paper in your hand, this provisional waiver, done on an I-601A form, based on extreme and unusual hardship to your mother, and you have that, and you go home, let me explain to you what the interview is in Guyana. Where's your medical? Do you have any drugs in your system? Do you have any communicable diseases? I assume you won't. Where's your affidavit of support? I assume you'll have a good one. We would never let you leave with a bad one. Where's your provisional waiver? Here it is. No more questions about immigration. Have you ever lied to the U.S. government, committed fraud, or have a criminal record? I assume the answer is no. We'll go through your entire history. Congratulations, here's your green card. I just went through the entire interview process with you. So the only thing that stops you is the provisional waiver, the unlawful presence in the United States. That's waived, and then you go home for 2 weeks and come back. I've done it for thousands of people. That's what you would need to do. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.